Are you ready to add CarPlay and Android Auto to your 2014 to 2017 Camry? We're about to put in the 2014 to 2017 Toyota Camry Hamilton Upgrade Kit for CarPlay and Android Auto. It's going to make a heck of a difference. Let's do it. Inside the vehicle, go ahead and turn it to the accessory position, put your foot on the brake, and shift it to neutral. Before you take your foot off the brake, make sure your parking brake is set firmly and that your wheels are chalked and you're on a flat and level surface. Ensure that the car does not roll. We're ready to begin the process. Under the hood, open it up. You're going to use a 10mm socket to loosen the negative battery cable. And with the battery cable loose, simply lift it up, take it off the battery, and power is now off to the vehicle. To begin the process of removing the radio, we got to start down here. You're going to take your fingers and press down around the gear shift. We'll thread the gear shift knob counterclockwise off of the gear shift. Take it off and set it in a safe place. Now we'll work our way from back to front. Lift up on the corner here and free this small tray. You don't need to disconnect it. From there, we're going to remove 2 Phillips head screws. Use a Phillips head screwdriver here and remove these 2 Phillips head screws on either side of the center console cover. With these removed, I'm now going to remove this panel here over the center console. I like to use a towel just to protect my hands. And I'm just going to kind of wiggle it free like that. Lift it up, and we're going to have a few harnesses to disconnect under here. You can either disconnect these, or you can simply turn this to the side and set it aside. We'll go ahead and disconnect them. With these 4 removed, you can simply pop this trim box out. We'll free it from the vehicle. There's going to be a couple harnesses on this one as well to disconnect. See these harnesses under here for the factory cigarette lighter and USB ports. Simply press down on the tabs. I'll show you in just a second. We'll disconnect them. Set this aside. You can see all you have to do is press down on this tab here and you can pull the harness right out. The same principle applies to these others. We now need to remove this panel over the radio here. I'm going to reach in with my thumbs and I'm going to support it, and I'm going to just press directly up. And you can pop the clips free in the back. Now there's one wiring harness that we need to release back here for the security light. With that harness released, we can set this piece in the back. We're going to now remove these 2 10mm bolts on top of the factory radio here. I'm using an extension, and we're just going to loosen them up. But as you're doing this, just be mindful of your various trim pieces so that you don't scratch anything. We also have 2 bolts 10mm under the factory radio that we're going to remove. Sometimes these are in here a little bit harder than the ones up top, so you'll need to use a little bit of force at first to break them loose. With the bolts removed on the top and bottom, grip the factory radio from the bottom and the top, and we'll free it from its housing. I've protected the gear shift here with a microfiber towel, and I'm simply going to set this down gently and come behind it. I'm going to disconnect every harness. Go ahead and press down on the tabs and remove all of these. They will only go back in one way, so you don't need to worry about taking a picture. Make sure the front of your radio is protected with towels. After removing all of these harnesses, as we get to the end, there's this one 6-way harness. We can leave that on the radio. We'll remove that on the bench. There's one final black harness. Press on the tab, pull it out, and we'll set it aside. Let's unbox the Hamilton Upgrade Kit. We're here on our workbench, and then we'll get started. Everybody gets a Hamilton Motor Company sticker. You've got your card here that has our contact information. Our phone support is here to help you. They're really awesome. As well, our email address if you need to email us, our website. You can scan this with your phone to get to any of our video manuals. This is the warranty certificate. Save this, and it has all your information for your 3-year warranty if you ever need us. Inside the kit, you've got the Hamilton box here. We're about to install that And then the wiring harness, we'll use this when we go back to the vehicle. Let's get going. You can see here it says Pioneer Corporation. Toyota subcontracted the manufacturing of the head units to two companies, Fujitsu and Pioneer. We'll show you on the website how to check before you purchase. If you need the other one, the installation for Fujitsu is almost the same. The ribbon cables are a slightly different color, and we will send you a slightly different board for the Fujitsu. This is the Pioneer. Let's do it. As you have all the screws removed, support it while you take the final screw out. If any of the screws are in too tight, you can use a 10mm socket to get them loose. Go ahead and take the screen. We'll gently lay it face down. I've got microfiber towels to protect it. You don't want to scratch your screen. The screen face down, you can take this lower panel and you can pop it free. Maneuver the brackets around the main head unit. And we'll set the climate control panel to the side. We're going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small Phillips head screws around the perimeter of the radio bracket. Press on these tabs, we'll begin to lift the radio out of the enclosure. There's 3 on the top, and then spin it around. You can see right here you have 2 more. Just using my fingernail. Now once we've got it free, don't just yank it off. There's a couple connections in here. See that? We need to separate this ribbon cable. I'm going to use one fingernail under the black bar. I'm going to use the other to support the top of it, and I'm just going to lift up. Boom. Free the ribbon cable. We'll set the factory screen to the side. We're going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Phillips head screws, holding the radio bracket to the factory head unit. You can take this window of tape and remove it. You can reinstall any tape or no tape back in its place. It's not needed. These 2 wires run here and here. I'm going to free a couple of the clips, just sliding the wire around. And you're going to take your fingernail and just pop these straight out. You don't want to take them off really at too much of an angle. They're pretty sturdy. Take your fingernail, you're going to pop them out at a straight angle. You don't want to have these come off to the side. Now they're pretty sturdy. Just like that, you'll take them off. You can see it's just a little gold circle that goes on a post. Those are for your factory Bluetooth antenna. We now have the factory head unit all by itself. We're going to come in here, and you can see this ribbon cable. There's a black bar. You lift up on it. It's good to support it while you lift up on it so it doesn't fly off. We'll take this ribbon cable and we'll slide it right out. We'll set this aside. Now we're going to take the Hamilton box, and we're going to put it on the factory head unit. Line up the seam just like this. it's going on the side opposite from the Pioneer or Fujitsu sticker. So just like this, I'm going to lay it down now, and I'm going to put a piece of tape to hold it in place while I work on it. We've got two ribbon cables coming out of the Hamilton system, a long one and a short one. This is for the Pioneer here. When you're doing a ribbon cable, the metal contacts always face down towards the circuit board. The blue points towards the sky. I'm going to take this ribbon cable, curl it around. Blue is pointing towards the sky. We're going to slot it into the socket here. You'll feel it kind of notch in on either side. There's a small notch on either side. I'll show you that up close. See these notches? So those are going to come into these corresponding plastics jut outs. Boom. You'll know you've got it right when the blue line is running parallel to that black bar. We're going to take this long ribbon cable here. We're going to feed it through this slot. Take the radio trim bracket, line it up, and you'll know you've got it lined up in place when these locator pins pop into their holes. Pull the slack through on the Hamilton ribbon cable, and then what we're going to do is take a couple of the screws and go ahead and put them back into place just to hold everything down. Now we'll double check, make sure you got your ribbon cable pulled through. Some folks get worried about this. They say, well, the ribbon cable is pressed here. Let me tell you, this is what ribbon cables are made to do. They're made to go through these kind of flat openings. So you're not going to damage this ribbon cable at all. It's doing exactly what it's designed to do. If you've confirmed everything is positioned correctly, let's go ahead and put the other 4 screws in. Don't need to over tighten any of these. I'm going to take the gold contacts, line them back up on their posts, and use your fingernail to press them on. You just want to make sure you've got it approximately straight up and down to the contact when you press it on. Take it, using 2 hands to line it up. Then you can see it's approximately straight down. I just take my fingernail and I press it on, just like that, okay? Then you'll just take these wires, loop them back through their holds. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. We are now going to reinstall the head unit with its bracket back to the factory screen. Take this ribbon cable. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get it close. Then I'm going to take the ribbon cable, I'm going to put it into the factory socket, make sure that the notches have lined up on both sides. See the notch there and there. Make sure it's straight, and we can close that black bar. With that done, we'll take the head unit and the bracket, we'll line it up and down around the clips. We'll let it clip into place. This is a great time to put one screw in, take it out to your car, plug it up, make sure it works. For the Pioneer units on the Camry, you can see we have these DIP switches. We're going to turn number 3 on and all others off. This could change in the future if you're ordering this product years down the road, as when we make software updates, sometimes we change these. But as of the time of this video, number 3 is on, all others are off, and this will be in your package. It'll let you know what to do if this is changed. We're going to take these small screws, line them back up into the holes they came out of, and we'll put them back in place. With these in place, you'll take your climate control bracket, position it back on either side, and let the clips come back together. We'll now reinstall these screws. With the XM module no longer connected to the screen here, we will only be putting 3 screws back into each of the bracket sides. We'll repeat the process on the other side here. With the brackets successfully reinstalled, let's go put it in the car. Next, we have this wire. It's going to be the USB main wire. It plugs into the Hamilton box as well. We're not going to use any of these, but this USB will be used for wired CarPlay as well as charging your phone. All Hamilton systems come built in with wired and wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. Finally, we have here the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi antenna. This is important for your wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. You'll plug it on here. You can go anywhere behind the radio, nowhere specific. It has plenty of range for the entire vehicle. I'm gonna go ahead and start making connections here. So we have this one with the yellow, red, and brown wires. It's gonna plug into its corresponding harness. None of these can go in the wrong way. They will only fit in one way, so you'll know you've got the right if they fit. Just like that, we've got this connection ready to install. We're gonna go ahead and make the USB connection here as well. For the wireless antenna, we'll go ahead and plug that one in also. If you want to retain your XM functionality, now is your chance. Go ahead and reconnect the 3 wires for the XM module. And now we'll pick up the radio in the XM module and we'll begin to install it into its socket. For the time being, I'm just gonna drop the USB down back there. And I'm going to begin making the connections behind the unit. We'll go ahead and take the power wire to the Hamilton box. We'll connect it there. I'm going to connect this harness here. And one by one, we'll go through reconnecting all of the original harnesses that we removed. Don't forget to reconnect the antenna wire to your XM box. We'll pick up the display. We're going to drop the Sirius XM module back behind it. And then we'll just begin tucking everything. Line the display back up onto its original brackets. You'll take this USB for your wired CarPlay or charging your phone. And you can drop it down in a few places. You can either put it here by the driver's seat, you can put it by the passenger seat. For this customer, we're gonna stick it down here by the driver's seat. Come under this metal bracket, and we'll have it pop out right here. If you wanna limit how much it can come out, you can just put a quick zip tie or something to this metal bracket right here. We're gonna start by reinstalling the Phillips head screws on either side here. We're reinstalling the 10mm bolts on either side of the top of the head unit. We're going to reinstall the security light harness here, line it up into place, snap it in. Then we'll line up the clips here. Click it into place. We're going to reconnect the 3 harnesses down here. Your factory USB will no longer be used while you're trying to use CarPlay. Your factory USB will try to take over the audio. So you're going to want to use the Hamilton USB to charge your phone, but of course the factory USB will still work. We'll take your factory trim box, we'll line up the clips back into place, snap it into place, and we'll install the screws holding it in. We'll reinstall the Phillips head screws on either side of the factory trim box. We'll go ahead and reconnect the gear shift indicator light. Take the center console cover here, line up the shift boot, line up the cover into the original spots. We'll snap it into place. We'll go from top to bottom, clicking it in, and we'll reinstall these 2 screws here. We'll go ahead and reinstall the Phillips head screw here, and as well we'll do the one on the passenger side. With the center console cover back in place, take the heated seats, tabs, line them up into the socket, press it down. Take the shift knob, line it up onto the post, thread it on clockwise, tighten it, and reconnect the shift boot. Check out the product on our website, the 2014 to 2017 Toyota Camry Hamilton Upgrade Kit for CarPlay and Android Auto.